Most people think of wealth in terms of numbers, bank balances, investments, assets. But what if the real foundation of wealth isn't measured in currency, but in something far more fundamental? Your health? For African entrepreneurs, this connection between wellness and wealth is not just a catchy phrase. It's a critical truth that determines not just how high you can climb, but how long you can thrive at the top. Let's start with a simple but often overlooked reality. Being an entrepreneur in Africa is a uniquely demanding journey. The challenges are relentless: unpredictable markets, limited access to capital, logistical hurdles, and often the pressure of being a trailblazer in your community or industry. These pressures don't just test your business acumen, they test your resilience, your mental strength, and your physical stamina. But here's the catch. While many entrepreneurs in Africa are laser-focused on their next business breakthrough, they often miss the silent threats lurking beneath the surface: chronic stress, relentless burnout, and the ever-present struggle to access quality health care. These are not just personal challenges, they are business threats, quietly eroding productivity, creativity, and ultimately profitability. Let's talk about stress. In the entrepreneurial world, stress is almost worn as a badge of honor, a sign that you're hustling hard, pushing boundaries, and sacrificing for success. But science tells a different story. Chronic stress triggers a cascade of hormones that, over time, can damage your heart, weaken your immune system, and cloud your thinking. Decision fatigue sets in. Creative solutions dry up, and slowly, your drive begins to fade. Burnout is even more insidious. It doesn't happen overnight. It builds silently, one late night at the office after another, one skipped meal, one more promise to rest when things slow down. Eventually, it shows up as exhaustion you can't shake, a sense of detachment from your work, and a growing cynicism about your business. The World Health Organization recognizes burnout as an occupational phenomenon, and research shows that entrepreneurs are particularly vulnerable. Then there's the issue of healthcare access. In many parts of Africa, reliable healthcare can be expensive, hard to find, or simply out of reach. Even those with the means to pay often put off seeing a doctor, dismissing symptoms as signs of weakness or distractions from their goals. But poor health doesn't just impact you, it impacts your whole enterprise. When you're sidelined by illness, your business slows, your team loses momentum, and opportunities slip through your fingers. So, what's the solution? The answer lies in a mindset shift, viewing health not as a cost or a luxury, but as your primary investment. The world's most successful people know this secret. They understand that real wealth starts with wellness, because a healthy mind and body are the engines that drive everything else. To drive this point home, let's hear from Dr. Amina Bello, a renowned wellness expert who has worked with entrepreneurs across Africa. She says, entrepreneurs are often so consumed with building their businesses that they neglect their own well-being. But your business cannot outgrow your capacity to lead it, and that capacity is built on your physical and mental health. When you invest in wellness, you're not just investing in yourself, you're investing in your company's future. Dr. Bello recommends 3 actionable steps every entrepreneur can take, starting today. First, prioritize sleep. It sounds simple, but it's a game changer. Consistent, quality sleep is the foundation of mental clarity, emotional resilience, and creative thinking. Set a regular bedtime. Turn off screens an hour before you sleep. Treat rest as a non-negotiable meeting with yourself. Second, manage stress proactively. This doesn't mean eliminating stress. It means learning to navigate it. Meditation, deep breathing, or even a daily walk can help reset your mind and reduce the harmful effects of chronic stress. Find a practice that works for you and make it a daily habit. Third, don't ignore your body's signals. Regular checkups are not just for when something goes wrong. They're an investment in catching small issues before they become big problems. If healthcare access is a challenge, look for community clinics, telemedicine options, or local wellness programs. Prevention is always more affordable than cure. On a personal note, let's hear the story of Tunde, a Lagos-based tech entrepreneur. For years, Tunde prided himself on being the first to arrive at his office and the last to leave. He skipped meals, powered through weekends, and dismissed headaches as part of the grind. But after a health scare that landed him in the hospital, everything changed. I realized that my business was thriving, but I was falling apart, he recalls. I had to learn that saying no to burnout was saying yes to long-term success. Tunde began to restructure his days. He scheduled time for exercise and breaks, started meal prepping healthy lunches, and even brought in a wellness coach for his team. The results were immediate. His energy improved, his team's morale soared, and his company's growth actually accelerated. Taking care of myself made me a better leader, he says. My creativity returned, and I started seeing solutions I'd missed before. This isn't just Tunde's story. Across Africa and the world, entrepreneurs are waking up to the truth. Health is your first investment. When you treat your body and mind as your most valuable assets, everything else, productivity, creativity, even profits, follows. So, what practical steps can you take right now? Start by making small, sustainable changes. Swap one sugary drink for water each day. Take 5 minutes in the morning to breathe deeply and set your intentions. Schedule your annual health checkup and keep that appointment. Build a support system. Running a business can be isolating, so seek out mentors, peer networks, or wellness communities. Sharing experiences and resources can lighten your load and offer new perspectives. And finally, remember that your journey as an entrepreneur is a marathon, not a sprint. The most successful business leaders are those who invest in themselves as carefully as they invest in their companies. Your health is not a distraction from your goals. It's the engine that powers them. Stress, burnout, and poor healthcare access are real challenges for African entrepreneurs, but they are not insurmountable. By shifting your mindset, embracing wellness practices, and prioritizing your well-being, you not only protect yourself, you unlock the true potential of your business. In the end, the secret of wealthy people isn't just in how they manage their money, it's in how they care for their minds and bodies. Make your health your first investment. Your business and your future will thank you.